Hey everybody, hope that you are having a great day. Just checking in to talk about a couple of knives here, a couple of classics that I really think are some of the best USA made fixed blade knives you can get for under $100. Under $100. So don't come at me saying some other knife is so much better than this, because it might be, but it's probably not under $100. So anyways, a couple of classics for you that if you have watched my channel before, you've probably seen these knives before. The first one I want to mention, and these knives are great for both use and collecting. So real world use, you can use these knives for anything from fighting bad guys to processing large game animals that you just have killed out in the field. I wouldn't recommend them for squirrels because they're probably a little big, but if you want to do it, you go ahead. You use that big knife. So anyway, first up is the Buck Model 119. These are going for $70 or so in today's inflated minimal supply chain market here in early 2022. Buck Model 119 has been a staple for over 75 years. Hoyt Buck originally started making knives that looked kind of like this in the early 1940s to, of course, help support the United States war effort in World War II, fighting those nasty Nazi Germans and the Empire of Japan, and the Italians too, but they sucked. They got out of it early, so whatever. I've never seen a World War II era Buck knife that looked like this, but the Buck factory that came to be in the decade after World War II, they've been making this same knife for a long time. It's a 6-inch blade, 420 HC steel. You can get this knife here pretty much anywhere, from Walmart, Dick's Sporting Goods, Cabela's, probably your local mom and pop sporting goods store as well if they happen to stock Buck knives. This is probably one of the most famous designs out there. This is the standard version. You can get it a pro version with S35VN steel and a green micarta handle. And there's some smaller production exclusives out there. Buck also sells a version with a wood handle and D2 steel blade that's exclusive to their website. So $70, the Buck Model 119. Next up on the list is the KBar. Also originated in the early 1940s as the Mark II USMC fighting utility knife. Navy also used them as well. These, depending on which handle you get, just kind of like the Buck, will run between $80 and $90 in today's market. This one is a foliage green craton handled version. I also do have the classic stacked leather KBar. This one, the more modern material handle. The handle is actually a tad bit shorter than the stacked leather version. Why, I do not know, but it is. So it actually fits my more medium-sized hand a little bit better. I have like an extra stack on the leather one, or at least half. I'm not sure if it's a full stack or not, but the leather is a full 5-inch handle. This one is 4.5, 3/4, 4 3/4 maybe. 7-inch blade is the exact same. It's the stack leather. 1095 Crovan steel. That's KBar's special 1095. A little bit different than the standard 1095, but yeah, 80 to 90 bucks for the KBar. You know, the differences between the Buck and the KBar, besides, you know, the size, the KBar is a little bit longer there. 6-inch blade, 7-inch blade. You got high carbon steel, stainless steel. You're gonna use your knife in a lot of wet environments and not dry it off right away. Go for the Buck. You want that, I guess, added toughness, a little bit of the 1095 high carbon steel. Go with the KBar. Both have kind of rat tail or hidden tangs. The KBars you can see protruding out the end. It's really only about, we'll say, 1/4 of an inch wide, all the way up through the handle, down through and pinned at the end. Buck's is, I believe, a little bit thicker than that. You can't see it. It ends down here in the pommel. It doesn't protrude out the end, but it is. There is a pin there as well. They just do a real high polish on it so that you can't see it. So anyway, my favorite fixed blade, or USA made fixed blade knives, under $100. There you have it. If your opinion differs, share it in the comments, and we'll duke it out. Bye now.